Hello, dear friends. We were discussing on model number 6B, Gateman's gift by R.K. Narayan. We have seen almost three-fourth story, and we are going to see some remaining part of the story. As we have seen, Govind Singh was wandering on the road madly. He guarded it like a treasure where they will give me a medal. It's a memento of my father's village. He created a memento of his father's village with the help of clay. Now, in his madness, he looked down on it. He raised his foot and stamped everything down into a multicolored jam. Means almost destroyed each and everything which he created. They were still half wet, not fully sellable. The toys are still half wet, watery, you can say. He saw a donkey grazing in the street. He gathered up the jam and flung at the donkey with a remark. He gathered all the material of the village created by him and thrown towards the donkey with a remark that eat this if you like. It is a nice village. And he went out on a second round. This was a quieter outing. He tried to step out of the house and each and everything is quiet outside. He strode on at an even pace, breathing deeply with a clay helmet on. There is a clay helmet which is created by himself, and he put the helmet on his head, out of which peeped his grey hair. His arms locked behind, his fingers clutching the fateful ladder, his face tilted towards the sky. He was just jumping on both the steps, putting his both hand behind, looking towards the sky. So, this type of jumping like a monkey was going on. He walked down the market road with a feeling that he was the sole occupant of this globe. He himself decided that he is a mad person and he is the only person who can do whatever he wants. His madness had given him a sense of limitless freedom, strength and buoyancy, cheerfulness, extreme cheerfulness. Buoyancy means strength also. A mad person doesn't have any kind of a fear of the society and social rules and regulations. The remarks and jeers of the crowd gaping at him did not in the least touch him. There are many people commenting on him, but not a single comment he took seriously. In other words, we can say that no comment is reaching to him because he is He was in a different state of mind. There is no restrictions, there is no bondages, there was no any kind of uh, control on himself. While he walked thus, his eyes fell on the bulb of a street lamp. There are many street lamps, but accidentally he looked towards a street lamp bulb of the size of a papaya fruit. You know, papaya fruit is a very big uh, size of that bulb on the street lamp. He muttered and chuckled. It had been a long cherished desire in him to fling a stone at it. It had been a long cherished desire since from his childhood, perhaps. Since from his childhood, he was thinking about throwing a stone on a street lamp bulb. Now he felt, in his joyous and free condition, that he was free from the tramples of conventions and need not push back any inclination. As he himself decided, he is a mad person, and he thought that there is no social rules and regulations compel me to or restrict me to behave like this. And he himself thought that he need not push back any inclination from this action. Nobody will bring him back from the action. So he picked up a pebble and threw it with a good aim. Picked a pebble, a small glass pebble or small stone pebble, and threw on the street lamp with a good aim. The shattered noise of glass was a music to his ears. Immediately he heard the broken bulb noise, sound of the broken bulb of the glasses. A policeman immediately came there and put his hand on his shoulder. "Why did you do it?" Singh looked indignant. Singh looked very angry. "Why did you do it?" The question asked by the policeman to him. Singh became angry. "I like to crack the glass papaya fruit, that's all." What is the reply of that Singh, Govind Singh? He said that "I like to crack the glass papaya fruit." Glass is the glass of that bulb. Bulb is like a papaya fruit. And what he said, what was the reply of Govind Singh to the policeman? "I like to crack the glass papaya fruit, that's all," was the reply. The constable said, "Come to the station. I will show you how to break the glasses." This is not in the book, but I am saying what might be in the mind of that policeman. Oh yes, when I was in Mesopotamia, they put me on half ration once. Mesopotamia, you might have heard the name of Mesopotamia. Is an ancient cultural city founded by what we can say, the people who generally dug the field and find out um, ancient things and ancient villages and ancient skeletons. I exactly don't remember the title, what exactly, excavation you can call it. through the excavation. Mesopotamia was founded by the excavators. So Babylonian culture and Mesopotamia, he referred, he told that person, that policeman, that I was in Mesopotamia, they put me on half ration once, he said, and walked on to the station. He paused, tilted his head to the side and remarked. He paused, tilted his head to the side and remarked, "This road is not straight." What kind of a mental state of Govind Singh you can imagine? He was completely mad. Looking towards the roadside and road, he says that road is not straight. As you know that any road is not a straight one. A few carriages and cycles were coming up to him. He found that everything was wrong about them. Few carriages and cycles and trams were there on the road, and they are moving very normal, with very normal speed. But the Singh is thinking that everything was wrong about them. Means the road is not straight, cycles and carriages are not moving properly. They seem to need some advice in the matter. But Govind Singh thinks that carriage and cycles need some advice in this matter. Means how to run on the street. So he stopped in the middle of the road. What he did? He stopped in the middle of the road and stretched out his arms and shouted, "Stop! Halt!" He immediately stood on the middle of the road and stretched his both arms and shouted, "Halt!" So that kind of a behavior of Govind Singh was there when he considered himself as a mad person. His madness or his thought of madness gave him a strength, freedom of behavior, and do whatever he wanted. So, remaining part of the story we will see in my next video. Till then, thank you.